61 southbound, you're looking at some big delays, 22 minutes to get from Highway Q to the Zoo interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Evans Transportation in Brookfield, where they provide customized logistics solutions to keep you and your business moving forward. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy then with a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for showers later on, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Kessler's is famous
nationwide
for diamond engagement rings.
But what most people don't know
is that Kessler's is equally amazing
at wedding bands.
Engagement rings come in thousands of styles.
But not all engagement rings
come with a matching wedding band.
No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
You heard the part about equally amazing wedding bands, right?
That's real. We are amazing at wedding bands.
We have a wedding band that is going to look fantastic.
Fantabulous.
Incomprehensibly good.
With your engagement ring.
It's going to look really good.
Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
You need to work with us.
Yeah, Ricky. Work with us.
Seriously, you're going to be extremely happy with what you find at Kessler's. Our sales associates are good at helping you find the perfect wedding band.
Much better, Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
Yeah, Ricky. Much better. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue.
It's a party, baby.
This is Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
It's a party, baby.
On 94.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
It's a party, baby. Woo! It's a party, baby.
Happy Tuesday! Welcome into Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra. I'm Ben Brust alongside, actually, in person, at the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue, Alex Strofe. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Benny. Thanks for lunch today. So generous of you. Great to see you in person. I'm fired up, buddy. Good to see you.
Scale of 1 out of 10, how did I do as a host?
I hate to admit this, and I know Joshy's going to hate hearing this. You get like a 9.5. You crushed it.
Where did I miss? Where did I miss?
You left me alone for too long. You left me alone for like 2 hours.
Goodness.
But other than that, man, great tour, and you dragged it out a little bit. It was like a 40-minute tour. I felt like the mayor of this building. I was shaking everybody's hands.
Maybe I should have him stop, because as soon as he says 40-minute tour, the Scalzo and Brust family is going to say, of course it was a 40-minute tour. Ben didn't want to work.
Well, of course, but naturally, I thought, okay, he's going to be a little annoyed I'm here on such short notice.
No.
And he's just going to be like, yeah, figure it out, man. But
Not at all.
That's not at all how it went. I was very impressed. And he bought me lunch. Cherry on top.
Bought the most. I was hoping he'd pick somewhere different, but he picked the most expensive restaurant in the 3rd Street Market Hall. But it's very good. Very good.
But I must admit my mistake as well. So
let's bring in our guy Tori Lowe. It is a Tori Lowe Tuesday here on Scalzo and Brust.
Good to see him.
T Lowe, what's going on?
Hey, look. I'm just excited to be in the building. We got...
What do you mean excited? You're here every day. Do you mean excited to be on Scalzo and Brust?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. You know, like I said.
Like, this is home. You got a show from 1 to 4 on 101.7 The Truth.
I got lunch.
Sorry about that.
Cousin Subs brought a lot of lunch for the Tori Lowe Community Cleanup.
Hey, oh, yeah, that's right. Definitely. Okay, well, I guess we did.
I had nothing to do with that, so I was just trying to deflect.
You could have been behind it, you know.
Yeah, no, I it's something I would take credit for if I could, but I couldn't there. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. I believe you can text us. You can try and call. Joshua, what's going on?
The phone lines are down. You should be able to, the texts should come through still.
Cool. Text us. Try to call us if you please. 800-990-3776. As we mentioned, Tori Lowe here and Alex Strofe as well.
I met Alex at the awards.
Oh, the WBAs.
Yes.
Look at you guys.
We both came home with some hardware.
I know. Tori, very proud.
Hey.
As you should be, Tori. As you should be.
So, Tori, the Bears fans and now the Bears players are already chirping you. I'm sure you haven't heard this yet, but this sound I need you to hear because this is from a Bears captain, Justin Jones of the Chicago Bears. You may have never even heard of him, but he attacks you wearing that beautiful Green Bay Packers hoodie. Hoodies are in right now, I've noticed. It's like a quarter zip hoodie. He's speaking directly to you. Here's Justin
Is that
Jones.
what you just said?
Their fans are really so, I wanted to go back up there and I wanted to play him and I wanted to beat them and I wanted him to be there so you can see it. But the fact that he's gone now, it's cool. I guess it's better for him not to be here.
He said Packer fans are crappy the way that I can put that lightly.
Oh, wow.
There's more, Tori.
We're being attacked by Bear fans.
There's more.
I mean, man, like just the way that they're just freaking obnoxious, just yelling and all that other stuff about things that don't even matter. Like we're not even running the play, and you guys are talking about boo. Oh yeah, go green. Like what are we even talking? Yeah, haven't even started yet. Like what are we even talking about here? Like y'all. Half of them don't even know football.
Wow.
I'm just watching you vehemently shake your head. I feel like you're about to rage out of that chair. You all right?
Let me tell you something about y'all Bears fans, Just because Aaron Rodgers is not around, that don't mean y'all get free reign. Y'all still got to go out and win a game.
How big is week one? Is it even bigger now?
It's huge. The rivalry with Chicago and the Packers is one of the oldest rivalries, and it's big. It's always huge, no matter what year it is. And I'm telling you, you got to earn that. You can't just be – look, they're so happy that Aaron Rodgers is gone.
I mean, he was talking. He's mad Aaron Rodgers is gone because he wanted to beat Aaron Rodgers.
Come on now.
Which wouldn't have happened.
Look, everybody's talking that talk, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm on the love. I'm with Jordan Love, and I believe that we're going to get that win at the beginning of the season.
That's the Tori Lowe guarantee?
Well, I'm just saying.
Or the Tori Lowe belief?
We got to beat the Bears. It's two teams that, look, I get harassed by Chicago Bear fans and Minnesota Viking fans.
But now you're being harassed by a defensive tackle at 3 sacks last year.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody like this, now they got cojones. Now they done grew some cojones. Because now they think they're going to come and devour, us as Packers. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're not rebuilding. We're reloading.
So that's an interesting statement.
Do you truly believe that?
Well,
he does.
I'm just saying we still got a good running game.
Yep.
I mean, we got some receivers that have had some experience now, and our defense is not that bad.
Well, we hope so. We hope the coordinator is not bad.
Now, to Tori's point, what I will say is, and I was off the show when I believe you were filling in for me on last Thursday.
Yep.
Greg had talked about the Chicago Bears as a team that is ascending, but they are ascending from the absolute bottoms of the earth.
Right.
They were the number one pick in the draft that they traded back for a lot of different assets. They got DJ Moore, Justin Fields heading into his third year, but they still won 3 games last year.
Exactly.
I will say it is a little shocking for somebody who's a captain on the defense to come out swinging like that.
Take shots at us, at the fans?
And I am one who does not believe the Packers are going to have a great season next year, but I do believe that there is just too much between the Packers and Bears, and for all the beatdowns that the Packers have given the Bears over the last 10 to 20 years, that's strong coming from a 3-14 season.
That's very strong. That's why I say he came off too strong. Like a person that got a bunch of bad cologne on. That's what I'm saying. They might be a nice person, but hey, you're a little bit strong today. You got too much cologne on. You got to calm down, And I think that this makes it interesting.
Are you a 1-spray guy, 2-spray guy?
I'm about a 4-spray guy.
Yeah, 4 sprays.
I'm right there with you, Tori.
4
right there with you.
4 sprays?
You got to smell good, Ben.
No.
Yeah.
Where do you put the spray?
Yes, come on.
Well, you spray 2 sprays inside the shirt.
Okay.
And 2 sprays on the outside.
Oh, no. No.
That's a lot. That's in a centralized area.
One in the neck, throw one on the wrist, rub them together, and then just a couple you walk through.
Okay,
like just
so
spray it in the air,
don't
walk
do the
through it like
I don't do the
second
wrist,
shower.
But
you got it. You got to do it in the pores, Tori. That's where you sweat the
on
most.
Twitter at Scalzo and Brust.
I agree.
What is the right amount of sprays of cologne a man should put on, or whoever likes to use perfume, cologne, whatever you use? What is the right amount of sprays? And I would say 1, 2 to 3, 4 or more. Right? Like I can't even believe, Josh, are you with me that 4 is obnoxious?
4 seems quite strong. I think 2's the max.
2 is the number.
Okay, no. Well,
nothing good with smelling good, fellas. What are we doing?
Here's what we do. You take the cologne, you spray it on the neck and the shirt so it gets some skin, some shirt, and then one on the wrist together. That's it. That's all you need to do.
I never do the wrist.
Why not?
You spray the wrist, rub them together, and then just hit your neck.
Yeah, you could.
With the same spray?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Are you one? So are you one spray wrist, rub it together, then rub it neck?
I do 2. Rub them together. It's still wet.
I'm gonna come smell you during the next break.
I don't think Josh is wearing cologne to work.
I don't think I am today. No,
that's strange.
Wait, do you wear cologne to work?
I like sometimes, but it's not. It's definitely not an everyday.
Wait,
thing.
you don't wear cologne every single day?
No.
What about you?
Never.
Tori?
You got to have some cologne on.
I wear cologne every day.
And you got to have some Altoids. You got to have it.
He's being dead serious.
Hey,
the moment could call it at any moment, Tori.
Hey, somebody may talk. You may have ate
the
something.
Truth Studio out there is right. It's right out in front of the market hall, and I've seen a lot of ladies looking in at your show.
And many times you got to be ready.
You
just throw them the wink and pop in an Altoid.
So most people,
hey, look, I'm telling you,
most people when they're on a date, they shake the keys and say like, hey, hey, do you want to come inside? Tori's like shaking the Altoids. Hey, do you want to come in?
No, well, really, I'm telling you, like once you eat dinner, you got to back up. You don't know. I mean, sometimes you may eat fish. You may have
garlic.
You may
onion.
have the garlic butter. You may have to reset a little bit with Altoid.
Altoid's just a mint, right? That's not gum?
It's just a mint, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a gum guy.
Well, either way, it serves the same sort of purpose I think we're all going for. I'm still fascinated by you guys using 4 sprays of cologne. Like you're going through puberty in middle school right now.
This is an Axe body spray.
It might be with you.
Just a quick spray.
Right, and not even, and you don't press it all the way down. I don't do the full, like...
So you're... Wait,
yeah, mine is like... Yeah, it's not the full squeeze.
It's not...
Yeah, it's a difference when you go all the way down, because now you're getting the full blast.
I still think 4 is too hefty. Even
I think
with
2 is once you walk up the stairs, it's gone.
Yeah, I guess
I'm with you on that.
I guess maybe the push of the spray matters. I'm 2 full pushes.
Then that's 4.
No, I'm pretty sure that's 2, Tori. Scalzo and Brust presented by Michelob Ultra. It is a Tory Load Tuesday here. Alex Strofe in for
Cologne
Greg
math.
Scalzo. 800-990-3776. What is the correct amount of cologne sprays or perfume sprays that you use? I guess I didn't know people wore cologne and perfume to work. I usually save it for like a date or like a weekend thing.
Oh, cologne is only for dating?
Like even if it's not dating, like going like out, like some sort of occasion.
I mean, I think cologne is like it's just if you look good, you smell good, you feel good. It's like Deion Sanders. It's like you perform well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that look good, feel good, play good. It didn't always work out, but it's something you can live by.
I mean, like I said, I always say the confidence is in how you feel. So, but now I agree if it gets over 4.
I mean, you're basically over 4 with all the.
No, I do half
you're doing.
sprays. I never push all the way down.
So, Tori, in passing, Josh DiMaggio saw you last week.
Right.
Where'd you find a zip line?
Oh, wow. The zip lines is in Waukesha.
Okay. What'd you think?
Oh, I went zip lining this weekend. That's right. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, that's right. You forgot.
Look, I tried to forget. I was tired.
Holding on, you got tired?
No, it takes an hour to go through the obstacle course.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's an hour-long escapade?
Well, all right. You start at 1, then you end at 2, then you can do the other one, and you go up every level. So it's like
how many
you get
levels?
higher. It's 3 levels.
How many did you do?
2.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And the thing is, I mean, you talking about somebody that don't want to be strapped to anything. You know what I mean? So, I don't want to be You talking about strapping me to something? I'm out of here. You know.
But it went well for 2
I think
hours.
that's a fair statement. Does anybody really like to be strapped in?
That's what I'm saying.
That harness is uncomfortable.
Wear
the
your
way you gotta put
seatbelt,
that on.
folks. Wear your seatbelt.
Yes, for those driving in your cars,
Wear your seatbelt.
that is the one time I strap in.
Yeah, well, you know, the seatbelt is, you know, it's unspoken.
So was this like a life-changing event for you? Was it kind of just another Saturday in the
because you
world
got
of
these
Tory
little.
Lowe?
Look, you got these obstacles now. It's not just the zip line.
Okay.
You got to go through these different levels of obstacles. Like, you know, these things are like kind of going from tree to tree. Like, so one, you got to. It's like
Is
different.
this indoors or outdoors?
This is outdoors.
Tory Lowe, our resident environmental
He's a nature
explorer.
guy. He's a nature guy.
I was with Elizabeth Brown, one of the community organizers in the community, and she believed in hugging trees. While we was up there on the platform, she made me hug a tree. I was like, what?
Elizabeth Brown, can you please send any pictures of Tory Lowe hugging a tree
No,
to
no,
800-990-3776?
She's like, hug the tree. It's a part of nature.
You were strapped in with a tree, huh,
Hey,
Tory?
look, I was already strapped on to because you have to have the clamps, and every time you move, you got to lock the clamps into the wire.
Were you hugging the tree because you were scared?
I was hugging the tree. It helped me out because when she told me to hug the tree, I didn't have to appear scared. I appeared like I was hugging the tree.
So skydiving's next.
If I don't know if I can make it through the skydiving, but I'll try it. I think we should all go.
Scalzo, Brust, DiMaggio, Tory Lowe.
I'm jumping out of zero planes.
Oh, come on,
Not
Josh.
happening.
Why not?
Because
I'm
it's
with you,
jumping
Joshy.
out of a plane.
Yeah, no chance I ever do that. I would go ziplining with Tory Lowe then.
No.
Right.
Tory,
What happens
forget
if you gotta
that.
go to the
Forget that.
bathroom? They're ziplining. What happens if you got to go potty?
Well, if you gotta
you're
go
in
potty,
nature. Find a spot.
Well, like I said, the way they got it strapped on, you can go potty. But if you're up on the top level, look. What encouraged me to keep going?
Just don't look down.
It was some kids in front of me.
Okay.
So I was like, the kids.
Oh,
are
it was
doing
personal.
Yeah, it was very personal.
That's like when there's turbulence in the air and the flight attendants are cool, so you're cool. So you saw the
Right.
kids, you're like, kids
Look,
can do this, I can do
I was
this.
like, I'm about to break my neck. Then next thing I saw some kids, I was like, oh, you know what? They encouraged me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
Did you thank them afterwards? Did you go up to
they
little
was way
kids
ahead. They was
and
way
say,
ahead.
hey, thank you for helping me get through this?
I was way in the back. They was way far gone. By the time I got off the course, they was at McDonald's somewhere. They was gone. I took my slow time.
So, Tory, your last message before we let you go to Bears fans.
Bears fans, we're going to see you at the first game of the year. Be ready. I'm bringing the popcorn. I'm bringing the soda. I'm bringing the cheesehead. I'm bringing the vibrations. And I think that we're going to win.
Early lines have Bears minus 2.5, I believe. Or was it Packers minus? No, it was Bears minus 2.5 at home. I remember we got the look-ahead line. So the Packers are underdogs in the Week 1 game against the Bears.
It's hilarious.
There could be value.
Jordan loves throwing
Joshy, did old Tory here give you a song?
Runs wild on the Bears.
No song today, Tory?
You know what? I think I'm still thrown off from zip lining.
I was going to say, it must have been zip
happy
lining.
that I'm still alive from zip lining.
We are too.
And I kind of missed the.
We'll play some tree hugging song. Coming up next for you, Tory. All right.
That's what's up. And like I said, hey, if you ever feel like you're lonely, hug a tree.
There it is. Tory Lowe on a Tory Lowe Tuesday. Thank you as always for joining us.
Hey, God bless you. Hey.
Jordan
Let's
Love.
go, Pat.
Jordan Love making throws, Tory. He's making throws that made Packers media say, wow. We will talk about that next and more on Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
At Scalzo and Brust, check out the Long Island Laser, courtesy of our intern who put that together. I'm not sure he's the best graphic designer.
Yeah, it's not exactly Mozart. Why are you shocked?
Because he makes music.
Scalzo and Brust, available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
The trouble continues in Ozaukee County. We've got southbound 43 with a disabled vehicle in the right lane just south of Lakefield Road. That's got things backed up all the way back past Highway 60, so do be prepared for that. The wet road's making things really difficult out there. Make sure you have your headlights on if you got your wipers on. That's kind of the deal we've got going on now. We've also got an accident on northbound 41 right about at Watertown Plank Road. The left shoulder is blocked right now, but everybody's slowing down and trying to shift over to give him a wide berth to try and take care of this. So just give yourself tons of extra time as you're coming out of the zoo interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Great Lakes Dragaway, a quarter-mile long drag strip plus drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full events schedule and ticket information at greatlakesdragaway.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy then with a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, slight chance for showers later on with a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga.
Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has this Saturday, June 17th, packed with tons of fun. There will be 2 rides to choose from. One, starting in Iron Ridge for the Dogs and Hogs event, benefiting Battleground 22. The other, starting in Milwaukee for the Ride for Veterans, benefiting Veterans Outreach Wisconsin. It's tons of fun for everyone. For more details, like and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and online at WISHD.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is excited to be back celebrating the 52nd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you come down on Monday, June 19th, as we will be broadcasting live from the Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win Truth swag, and say what up to your favorite Truth teammates. The 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union, Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Associated Bank.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality Men's Health. Guys, did you know that the stored belly fat reduces your free testosterone? The more the belly grows, the harder it is to drop, mostly because of the decrease in free T. It's a vicious cycle that men are losing, and unfortunately, everyone can see it. Mentality breaks that cycle with semaglutide, an industry-changing weight loss medication that can help you lose up to 15% of your body weight while preserving your testosterone. Join our over 20,000 clients to look and feel the way you deserve. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Hi, it's John Reeds from Great Midwest Bank, and I've said it before. Life happens. For nearly 90 years, Great Midwest Bank has made the home loan process predictable through all those ups and downs. And today, GMB's simple and personalized approach to locally serviced, affordable home equity loans can turn your home's value into cash for whatever you want. Whatever your lending need, it's just a few clicks away. Apply online at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
This summer is packed. 94.5 ESPN's Packed Summer Series kicks off with the return of Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Tune into ESPN Milwaukee's social media channels every day from June 12th through 16th for exclusive green and gold content. It's Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel, all week long starting at noon on ESPN Milwaukee's social channels.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's. Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
Thanks as always to Tori Lowe. You can catch him on 1017 The Truth from 1 to 4. You can also catch him here on Scalzo and Brust every Tuesday to start the show. If you missed that appearance, one not to miss, go to WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra. I'm Ben Brust with an in-person Alex Strofe, who made the trek from Madison to Milwaukee. Josh DiMaggio running the show. Strofe, you should know this. Who we got on the other side?
Colin Russo.
Colin Russo on the other side helping us out. Yeah, I'm still loving the early results on Twitter at Scalzo and Brust, the correct amount of sprays of cologne. So far, nobody has put 4 or more sprays in early 60 votes in. So
I haven't voted yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and Tori can be the 1 and 2 for weirdos of 4 or more sprays.
Serious?
Yeah, it's
Have
a
I
lot of
always
sprays.
been doing that wrong?
Yes.
I would say I'm probably more the 3 or 4
No. There's no
range.
backtracking now.
I'm
Don't
definitely
backtrack.
not 2. I'm definitely more than 2.
That's what I'm saying. You're 4.
I take pride in smelling good, Ben. I don't understand how anybody has an issue with that because I've only been told once or twice when I've made the switch on colognes that maybe I've gone a little overboard. Maybe one's more potent than the previous, and maybe I, am used to the previous amount of sprays. But when I figure out a new cologne, it's probably somewhere in that 3, 4, 5 spray range.
5? We're up to 5. A 5
potentially, if it's not a very potent and doesn't catch the nose right away cologne, you need to smell good. And Tori's right. Deion Sanders it. You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you play good. And that's how I feel right now.
Luckily, you have a girlfriend. Hopefully, I'd love to get her opinion on your amount of cologne.
She thinks I smell great.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I've learned that I think that my girlfriend loves or likes about me that is just told because they want you to feel good.
No, that's like your chili thing we talked about a little bit yesterday. She told you you're the best chili ever.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's one
you
of them.
smelling good from 5 sprays of cologne is a weird thing.
Smelling good is one of the reasons she liked me in the first place, Ben. If I smelled like crap, you think
is that a good reason?
You think cool? You think we're canoodling at the end of the day if I don't smell good?
I don't know. I don't want to know about your canoodling habits.
You brought it up.
Let me just leave it there. Earlier today, Packers mandatory minicamps underway. One of Jason Wilde's storylines, as we talked to him yesterday, I believe. Yesterday's Monday. Only Tuesday today.
You got it, bud.
Take it easy. Brains feels like it's Wednesday. Sometimes you just got to recalibrate. Sometimes Greg says Happy Wednesday when it's Friday.
Isn't that kind of a week for you?
Already, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't feel it's okay. I'm just saying it's part of the process. All I was trying to get to is Jason Wilde talked about how he's looking forward to seeing in mandatory minicamps what it's like for Jordan Love not going against 4th, 5th string cornerbacks that likely won't be on the team to start the season, with Jair Alexander reporting to mandatory minicamps, Rasul Douglas, those names of the likes, what Jordan Love will be like. And one thing that everyone has pointed to when it comes to Jordan Love and how good he's going to be is the amount of times that Jason Wilde has joined all of our different programs across ESPN Wisconsin, and even just through Packers Twitter, there hasn't been a lot of buzz of Jordan Love and the throws that he's made. Obviously, the wobbling when he's rolling to his left has been made more of a story than like actual positive things. Mm-hmm. But this is something that will excite Packer fans. I'm going to do a Jason Wilde on Jason Wilde reading on the radio. Jason Wilde on Twitter, my first audible sideline wow of the offseason about a Jordan Love throw. Packers' new QB1 with a perfect on-target, in-stride deep ball down the left sideline to Christian Watson, who got behind 2-time second-team All-Pro cornerback Jair Alexander. A much-deserved wow. So there's 2 wows in that tweet, both all capitalized, and Jason was not the only Packers beat writer to take notice. Many of them had very similar things to say about that throw to Christian Watson. What is your takeaway of that?
It's an exciting time. It's the new era. This is the first big moment of the new era, Ben. Look, we've speculated, we have questioned, we have wondered, what is love? Pun intended. And we just don't know yet, right? But when you have moments, and we haven't had moments yet with Jordan Love, not even this offseason, but every offseason, every preseason, there's only been few moments where we've really said, oh, that was pretty solid. Hopefully that translates. But this is the first moment with Jordan Love as the guy on this team where it's, hey, that's a moment. That's something noteworthy. That is worthwhile. And if this translates, this guy can be good. So this is the good news. This is the first moment. I have 0 negative takeaways from this.
That's funny because I see it a little bit differently.
I figured.
The fact that everybody is all excited in Jordan Love's wow throw is coming in his 4th year right now, and let's be honest, this isn't the first time he's ever worked with the ones. He's had opportunities in the offseason with Aaron Rodgers not being around. He's been, especially mandatory minicamps the last 2 years, he's been in this position before. It is growth, but it doesn't concern you at all that the wow moment is coming unanimously for the first time this offseason?
No, it doesn't worry me. Look, because I think you have to also understand everybody around him, right? Jordan Love is part of an 11-man crew on that offense. And the wide receiver room in which he works with is incredibly inexperienced. I know Tori, who we were just talking to, is very excited about this group. I'm not so excited about this group. When you have by far the youngest wide receiver room in the league, and I think it's like an average of 3 years in age, youngest wide receiver group in the NFL. You're the only team with no wide receivers with at least 3 or 4 years of experience on your team. Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs again. The most experienced guys in that room. They just finished their rookie years. So I think you have to understand the guys he's working with on the ones are still getting a grip of this playbook and this system. So I'm not going to fully put the blame on that because it's about the throw. It's about the mechanics. It's about the throw that Jordan Love is making. But no, I'm not going to overreact too much, at least in a negative direction, about his first great throw being on June 13th. I imagine there will be plenty more to come in the last week of July and into August.
On Twitter, you will not be able to find video. I believe during the 11-on-11, the media is not allowed to have video.
Can they shoot any during mandatory minicamp?
Yeah. I saw clips all day long.
Okay.
It's just not during the 11-on-11. So I was just going to say, I would have loved to have seen it just because it would be fun to put almost what feels like, I know it was on the right side of the field, but the first play of the Packers season against the Vikings was was Christian Watson, Aaron Rodgers, and he dropped it right in the breadbasket.
Hey, at least Watson caught this one, right? But I will say this, when you look at this moment, right, it's mandatory minicamp. They're not even wearing pads. This is the potential, though, this play that we're referring to, the wow moment, right? This is the potential the Packers drafted him for. We've seen some of these flashes, maybe not to this level, because Wilde threw 2 capitalized wows in this tweet, but we've seen some throws last preseason and even in training camp where we're like, yeah, if that translates, he'll be very good. I think we're a little bit wrong when it comes to, hey, Jordan Love's never made a really good throw, right? Like he has, but this is the first moment of him as the guy. The microscope has never been locked in on Love as much as it is this offseason, as it is right now. So this is prove it time, right? This is go time. You need to show you're able to do it now. And while the first time is on June 13th, you still got a lot of time for those moments to become more regular.
I will say this. I mean, Jason would join all of our shows and give his assessment from what he views in practice, and I don't think that he would just tweet this to stir a buzz because it was not just Jason, it was Demovsky, Schneidman, all of the Packers beat talking about that throw as the throw. Now, the good news is that's a throw to Christian Watson, and one way we know Christian Watson can go, and that's go. Just go, Christian Watson, go, and if you can put him in space and he'll get to the end zone. We've seen that. I'm excited to see if we can get some wow throws in the red zone, like some of those 2-minute drill situations. That would be the next progression for me, is what I'm looking for. It's a win. I still think it's a little concerning it came this late in the process. But in terms of what the Packers are building for, which is an offense that is young, you mentioned Dobbs, Watson, then the bunch of the rookies. You have rookie tight ends. How they can develop together is going to be important.
When you say this late in the process, are you referring to strictly this year because we had the voluntary?
No,
OTs?
I'm talking.
You mean the last 4 years?
Look. He's whether he's gotten game reps or not, he's been with the Packers long enough that over the last 3.5, I say 3.5 just because of that COVID year, he didn't get as much time. Basically, he didn't practice that year. In the offseason. So, it's a little bit more limited, but still, you'd like to have heard this a little bit sooner. It would have made Packer fans a little bit more comfortable around the conversations of moving on from Aaron Rodgers, but now it's just feeling even better for those.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I go back to the fact that this guy is even under more of a microscope than he's ever been, right? He always was, because he was a first-round pick they traded up for, and he was questionable, right? He wasn't viewed as a Trevor Lawrence or a Joe Burrow type prospect. He was a project. And now you finally have him as the guy. I don't think this is necessarily the first time we've seen a throw and said, wow, that was good. But this might be one of the first times he's had a throw in practice with no shoulder pads where we said, wow, that was perfect.
800-990-3776, the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. That's how you can get into the show. Your reaction to the wow moment from Jordan Love today in mandatory mini camps. But I do got to give a shout out to my wow moment this morning, Josh. You get the cool button ready. 275. Cool. Didn't even bench that in college. Very proud. My guy, Maddie at the Princeton Club, we're getting after it. I got basketball Monday, workout Tuesday, basketball Wednesday, workout Thursday. We are getting after it this summer. We're finding my better tomorrow, and you can find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Gosh, it felt good. I felt like I was at the combine repping 25 reps of 225. That didn't happen, but I'm just saying what it felt like for me. Find your better tomorrow with free childcare with your membership. The cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin. It doesn't get any better than the Madison West, Madison East. You got Fitchburg, all the express locations, plus New Berlin in the Milwaukee area. Join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. Nikola Jokic, NBA champion. Funny or not funny? I know where Josh lands. We'll hit on that next in 1 or 0.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
Ben, do you believe in the moon landing?
I know what the moon landing is.
Why did you look at me like that was a trick question?
Because it is.
What the hell?
Hold on. Stop. What's that? Stop. Okay, everybody shut up. Take a breath. What's the trick? The moon landing is when you're in a men's locker room and your butts touch each other.
Scalzo and Brust. Available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Well, the wet roads definitely making for an interesting ride this afternoon. We have a crash on northbound 41 just about at Watertown Plank Road off on the left shoulder, and that is affecting your ride coming out of the zoo, so keep that in mind. We've got a very heavy ride on southbound 894 from Greenfield Avenue all the way down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. Of course, your usual delays right through the Stadium interchange on east and westbound on 94 in either direction. And pretty hefty ride northbound 43 right out of the Marquette, pretty much solid all the way up to Capitol Drive. Southbound side slow from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy, then with a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy. A slight chance for showers later on, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football season is just around the corner, and Ticket King is here to get you tickets to the green and gold game of your choice. As Wisconsin's largest and most trusted ticket broker, Ticket King has access to all the big games and concerts. Ticket King is your one-stop shop for great seats to any event. You're paying the lowest prices when you order tickets from theticketking.com. Purchase game tickets to witness the start of a new era in Green Bay this fall. Theticketking.com. It's not sold out until the King is sold out. Theticketking.com.
Find Dad's Day deals that won't be beat this Father's Day at Fleet Farm. This week, take 25% off select Under Armour apparel and footwear for the family. Or get a Bighorn Greystone pellet grill for just $279.99. Plus, if you find a lower price, we'll match it. We have what you need for everyday life at new, lower prices. Fleet Farm.
Show podcasts, team-centric feeds, and listening live whenever, wherever. All of that in the palm of your hand. The Wisconsin On Demand app, available in the Apple or Android App Store.
Cousin Subs is spicing things up this summer with 2 new limited-time-only subs and a new shake flavor. Their new Sriracha Ranch subs feature your choice of chicken or steak, blue cheese crumbles, onions, pickles, sriracha, and ranch dressing, all on Italian bread, and are sure to make your taste buds dance. And don't forget to pair your sub with their new cherry lime shake. All are available for a limited time only. So order yours today at any location, online, or via Cousin's mobile app for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hear that? That's the sound of the 2023 Chevy Silverado's turbo high-output engine.
delivering impressive power with no compromised durability. Whether you're helping friends move or just moving some friends, this is the sound of a family with plenty of rear seat room to enjoy the ride. And this is the sound of you heading to your local Chevy dealer today. Find your Silverado and find new roads. Chevrolet. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
It's Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
I don't need the pills you take just to feel the spirit moving. Brother, I ain't slept in days all without the drugs you're using. Help me for the builders you.
Scalzo and Brust presented by Michelob Ultra. I'm Ben Brust alongside, in person, Alex Strofe, who came from Madison. Thanks for taking the trek. Alex, Josh DiMaggio, running the show. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN is the number to get involved in the show. Also on Twitter, at Scalzo and Brust, we found out that Tori Lowe, on a Tori Lowe Tuesday, Tori Lowe 1-4 on 101.7 The Truth, and Alex Strofe both use 4 or more sprays of cologne when they put it on, which is just insane. Nearing 200 votes, only 4% of the people have 4 or more sprays. Like, it was one of those moments, Josh, where I felt like I was Greg and you were you, and I was saying something obnoxiously wrong, and I actually was like, okay, now I know what it feels like.
You were in a room with a bunch of loonies.
Yes.
This isn't that idiotic.
No,
this really is.
It really is. The poll shows it.
Can you?
Josh and I show it.
You mentioned my smell today 0 times, so it's not like it's overpowering. Fair point, isn't it?
No,
there.
we were getting lunch, and I could barely eat my sandwich. I was
unbelievable.
I was eating cologne with a deluxe sub.
To me, wearing too much cologne is just as bad as having body odor. When you get into like an elevator and you can taste it from the person who was either in there previously or joined you in there, it's just as bad.
I'd rather drink cologne than smell body odor.
Drink it.
Yeah, I'd rather drink cologne than smell body odor.
Let's play some 1 or 0. Holy
Are you
cow.
a 1 or a 0?
You like smelling BO?
That's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you a yes or a no?
There's no such thing as a gray area. Life is binary. It's just a 1 or a 0.
He is Alex Strofe using too much cologne. I'm Ben Brust. We are contestants for 1 or 0. Josh is going to give us a question. We're going to have to say 1 for yes, 0 for no. There is no gray area. J-Dog, take it away.
Strophe, have you noticed that you've had to curtail your cologne usage after you stopped eating so much Strofe beef and you weren't just emanating roast beef from your pores?
It's really
oh my
funny
gosh, what an awful mix. So roast beef and cologne.
We got lunch at a sandwich shop today. And the number 4 was a roast beef sandwich.
Dude, the roast beef there is amazing. How come I didn't make them get it?
It is hailed as a great roast beef.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, I had a great sub, though, I'll tell you what. But I was staring at that roast beef, and I was like, I just know this will be brought up on the show if I get it. And I am sick of being bullied by Joshy over my roast beef enjoyment.
That's fair.
It's a child's order.
Last night, despite winning his first NBA championship and finals MVP, Nikola Jokic seemed unenthused by the whole thing, talking about how he was just excited to go home. 1 or 0. Jokic was unlikable yesterday.
One, he's trying to do this thing where he's like above like a champion, like he's above it all. And I love him as a player, but the whole like acting nonchalant about it,
like a shtick.
Yeah, like it did. It felt forced. It didn't feel real. It was trying to be like, oh, I was picked second to last in the All-Star game. Look how cool I am winning the championship. It's like you work your entire offseason. You guys have not won a championship in the Denver Nuggets franchise history, and you acted like it was just like another day. It's like it's okay to work hard for something, and when you get your goal, enjoy it and show enjoyment. Michael Jordan was crying on trophy. It meant seeing emotion out of athletes humanizes them, and it's amazing. When Giannis sat down in the chair when they won in 2021, and he just looked up and felt the emotion when he thanked Chris. They finally did it. That was awesome.
Good impression.
Thank you. The only thing that was cool was the throw into the pool, but show some emotion when like you're being interviewed, when you're like on stage. Have some fun, dude.
The champagne spray, like, what are you doing?
That was so weak. But I think that's what made it so funny.
It's an act.
No, I'm with you, Josh.
It felt contrived.
I am with you.
That's what made it so funny to me. It's a complete zero here.
Yeah,
Look,
dumb brain stroke.
I mean,
it's kind of fun to be on this side.
He's Serbian. He treats it like a 9 to 5. He wants to go home to his horses. He probably is sick of being here because it's 2 months later than he's been here any of the other years. He left the NBA Finals trophy on the stage. Let's not act like this was a shtick. This was real for Nikola Jokic. How could he be unlikable? He just put up some of the most absurd postseason
This has
stats.
nothing to do with him as a player.
The question was, Jokic was unlikable yesterday, 1 or 0. The answer's 0. I don't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn about your opinion. He doesn't give a damn about who didn't vote for him for MVP.
He does. He wouldn't act like that if he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
does a lot.
You're both nuts.
He's doing the most right now.
Yeah, he did the most. And guess what happened? He won the NBA Finals in
You're
5
fixated
games.
on the basketball part. We're literally we are merely talking about.
I will say the one part that was unlikable is the champagne thing. That was such a weak effort. But other than that, what did he say after the game? He said, "The job is done. It's time to go home." I'd love that. I'd love that. It's like, what movie is that? Liam Neeson and Taken?
Sure.
I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah, because that's such a fun movie.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's not a fun movie.
I don't
it's
need
a great
him
movie.
to be over the top theatrical, but like
that's what it seems like.
Crack a smile, man.
He did.
Enjoy yourself a little bit.
Crack some
like
smiles.
I want to.
The fact that you're saying crack a smile,
right?
Like he wasn't smiling. You're asking him to crack a smile.
Did you see what he looked like when his brother threw him up in the air? That big giant. Nikola Jokic is super likable, and I thought he was even more likable yesterday.
I now have a blood feud with him, and I'm going to root against him for the rest of his
feud
career.
How about Jamal Murray, though? Jamal Murray was
He's a fun guy.
He's terrific.
Yeah.
Good. You know what he did, Josh?
Showed emotion.
Yeah.
Made himself likable.
Yep, exactly.
So did Nikola Jokic. That's crazy.
Today, Adrian Amos became another Aaron Rodgers teammate to join the Jets along with Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Billy Turner, and Tim Boyle. 1 or 0. Aaron Rodgers' teammates have made the Jets better.
Ooh. I'm going to go with a 0 because I think it's a net neutral now. I think adding Adrian Amos is like a bot. Like he's going to start and he's going to play. Lazard's going to start and play. Billy Turner, I don't like. He's a swing tackle. Like he's getting older, but like Cobb's going to be a nothing burger. So like it's a net neutral for me. I guess you know what? I'm going to say 1 because if Aaron Rodgers is happy, the Jets are feel good. Smell good, as you would say, with 8 sprays of cologne, play good. I think I'm going to go with 1 here, even though the play was probably net neutral.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I would say 1. I'd pretty much use the same reasoning. Look, the positive ads are Amos, Lazard, and Turner. The neutral or negative ads are Cobb and Boyle. So
Boyle doesn't count.
If 60% of the well, he's a former Aaron Rodgers teammate. He's a fart. So yeah, 60% of them work.
Are we sure Adrian Amos is he wasn't good.
Good last year, but
he's consistent though. Darnell Savage was the worst safety.
Everyone,
I think
the most unathletic person at ESPN Wisconsin, Josh, is Alex Strofe.
Excuse me?
Darnell Savage would have made Alex Strofe look like a third-team all-defensive player.
I don't think I'm the least athletic person at ESPN Wisconsin. Have you met Jesse Nelson?
Yeah, and I've seen you swing a golf club. You whiffed 8 times.
You did
golf?
Octo-whiff.
It's literally hand-eye coordination.
That was good, Joshy. I don't think golf is a good indication of your athleticism.
I think it can cue you into.
We got tennis courts here, right? Let's go play some tennis.
I have a feeling, Josh, if we threw a baseball at Strofe, you think he'd make contact?
Yes, I would.
Oh, I'd strike him out 3 pitches.
Let's do it after the show.
Once I bring out Uncle Charlie, he's going to be fanning like none other.
Mr. Charlie told you so.
On Twitter earlier today, Jason Wilde tweeted that he saw his first wow throw from Jordan Love this offseason with a perfect in-stride deep ball to Christian Watson, who had beat Jair Alexander. 1 or 0. Jordan Love will have more reported wow throws this offseason.
1, I think we're going to get wow throw happy is what's going to happen. I think Packers media really enjoyed this throw. It was a big moment. But I think now, because it's garnering a lot of attention, let's just be honest, the way you drive attention is driving positive things about the Green Bay Packers, because this entire state loves the Green Bay Packers and they follow them for the Packers. That I think we're going to get a little slap happy with these wow throws.
See, this is why I trust Jason Wilde, because I don't think he'll abuse it. I don't think he'll abuse the term.
Ooh,
wow.
They all like their impressions and likes and
do,
clicks,
but
even if they say they don't.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But I trust Jason. I trust his judgment. He's seen enough quarterback play over his tenure covering the Packers. I think the answer's one, because I trust Jordan Love. I have faith in Jordan Love. I think he's going to be the guy. And I think it's going to be one. I'm excited, man. This is just chapter one of 800 chapters this offseason of Jordan Love going to be the man.
Josh, you got to admit, he's so cute, isn't he?
Thanks.
He still contains the boyish fanhood and like homerism. It's unbelievable. I commend you for
I bet you it was an amazing throw, but seeing him blush in front of me is amazing.
You know what we actually are under?
He's got the Jonathan Brust in him. The same way that my brother thinks the Bears are going to win 10 games. Strofe has that for one throw in mini camps for Love.
You have no faith in Jordan Love. You're hanging out with Joshy too much. You went to this great.
Joshy's not anti-Jordan Love,
but Joshy's anti-Packers these days, right? You hear all the crap he throws on Aaron Rodgers and Goody and everybody else. I think you've been hanging out with Joshy too much. You need to look at me in the eyes real quick. Stop looking away from me. I'm
right here, bud.
You and I need to create a pact to understand that we are Packers fans in this room. All right, and we have faith
I already
in our
bet
guy.
Jesse Nelson the Packers were going to less than 8 games. So
all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I knew I'd put that one to rest really quick. And also what I'm going to put to rest is Mark Tauscher. He's a big grump right now. Old T's a little grumpy, I think. Benny Brewers comes out next segment because Old T and Dunzo the Clown, Jesse Nelson, declared the Brewers dead. They're not dead, and I'm going to make a bet with Mark Tauscher next on Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
Are we done?
Yes. Yep. Moving on.
Aaron Rodgers did talk earlier today. Oh, John!
Come on now! Come on, you hound dog, you! Grind on time.
All right. What do we... Come on!
Ain't ever gonna ain't no friend of mine.
Scalzo and Brust, available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Magoo's on the Mound is your game day headquarters. Located on 59th and Blue Mound, just minutes from the ballpark. Magoo's has food options for everyone and a vast selection of craft beers and cocktails. Enjoy some drinks and watch all the games with your buds. Or stay entertained with pool, darts, trivia, poker, or live music. Plus, Magoo's on the Mound offers plenty of free parking and shuttles to all home games for the crew. Check out their food and drink menu as well as upcoming events at magoos.biz. That's magoos.biz.
This is going to be interesting, so pay attention.
Mountains and trees. Ducks and hunting dogs. Dinosaur bones. Meteorites. Steel that's carved like the leather stirrups on a Western saddle. Damascus steel, like they make swords out of. Carbon fiber. Hardwood.
Manly things.
Hardwood. You already said that. I know. I just like the sound of it. Hardwood. It does have a nice ring to it.
Ring. I see what you did there.
I'm sorry. I got us off track.
Kessler's has wedding bands for men.
Real men.
Made of manly things.
He wants you to wear a big, beautiful diamond so that everyone you meet will know how much he loves you. Why not insist that he wear something equally cool?
You'll tell your grandkids about the day you went shopping for this wedding band at Kessler's when they ask,
"Where did you get such a cool ring? And what is it made of?"
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Even when you think you know what's going on.
We know. I don't have a problem paying for someone else. I just, there's no way. I could get a new weed whacker or a
You can never be too sure.
That's
$60
Wait, that's the going rate for blowers these days?
A souped up one.
Sometimes more. It depends on what you're asking for. Remember what you get.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
RJ Schinner has several Toshiba copier printers from James Imaging Systems. IT manager Gabe Colasari.
The reason why for James Imaging is their responsiveness, dedication, knowledge of the product, and they always make sure that the customer is taken care of.
The kind of customer service you'd expect from a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed office technology company like James Imaging Systems.
We actually have a high-end printing machine on site, so we produce our own catalogs, so we need the support to handle that.
James Imaging Systems, better document Imaging Technology, better service.
When we got a problem, we're able to call in and get it rectified or corrected without any issues.
Gabe, any advice to other local businesses?
Contact James. They'll take care of you.
James Imaging Systems, reliable document imaging technology, extraordinary local service. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth is excited to be back celebrating the 52nd annual Juneteenth celebration in Milwaukee. Make sure you come down on Monday, June 19th, as we will be broadcasting live from the Juneteenth celebration from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Stop by our table to play games, win Truth swag, and say what up to your favorite Truth teammates. The 1017 The Truth celebration of Juneteenth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union, Tayback Law, Molson Coors, and Associated Bank.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. That's right, folks. Great Lakes Dragway's 2023 race season is in full swing. Come out to see our annual events like Memorial Day Weekend, Labor Day Weekend, Nitro Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, Larry's Fun Fest, and Bug Fest. Looking for something new and exciting? Come see the Night of Fire Jet Show. Want the track all to yourself? Email or call about a private track rental. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for contact information and our full season schedule. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand wherever you get your podcast. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
Almost all grown up like we said we'd be. I love you till you hate me.
Scalzo and Brust presented by Michelob Ultra. And there is a common misbelief that you have to make it further. You need to push yourself and that you need to give up any joy to continue with your rigid routine. The one thing that I will say about Nikola Jokic is I did see him enjoying a Michelob Ultra. That was his only win after winning the NBA championship. He was great on the court, but just an absolute buzzkill off the court until I saw him drinking a nice Michelob Ultra. My Michelob Ultra golf bag, so many compliments at the Pro-Am that I played on Thursday. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Probably deservedly so. And gosh, was I sucking down some Mick Ultras Thursday, Friday. It was a good off Thursday, Friday for your boy Ben. Joshy and I shared a couple together at Dead & Company. But again, it's essential to living an exceptional life. So Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Remember, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Old T Mark Tauscher from Wilde and Tausch started yesterday's show ranting about a sweep against the Oakland A's that the Oakland A's sweep the Brewers. And he and Dunzo the Clown Jesse Nelson put the Brewers season to rest. And he had this to say about me not betting the Brewers.
Yeah, Ben, I feel fairly confident Ben's not putting $5 down on the Brewers to make the playoffs. I feel very confident in that. So all of that other stuff is cute and kitschy, but it's all bluster, which is fine. I mean, I understand you have to sometimes push back. And again, the only reason that I and Dunzo and Jesse all kind of feel the same way is this offense hadn't been very good, and they just lost to one of the worst teams in the history of Major League Baseball. They got swept at home.
So there's part one. We will get to part two in a second here, and I just want to start with one thing. Tausch is jumping the gun here big time on a lot of things. First and foremost, Strofe, thanks to a cool stat thing that I had found out earlier today,
You're welcome.
I knew that they were well in this category, and it does play to a little bit of Tausch's argument. I understand. The Brewers are 30-5. 30-5 when scoring 4 or more runs. They played 66 games, so that's over half the time they played games. They are scoring more than 4 or more runs. Now, their run differential stinks. They've been blown out a couple of games, which you can actually point to is not the offense, that's pitching. So we look to the run differential. They've had some extreme blowouts. But another thing I want to say to Old T, Milwaukee has a 13-16 record against teams with losing records. They are 5 games over 500, 21-16 against teams with a 500 record or better. So they beat good teams, and I think Old T needs to calm down about June. So play the next clip, Josh, from Wilde and Tausch, because they are both clowns. Dunzo's the clowns.
Are you willing to put $100 down that they will not make the playoffs?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Hey, I think they're still in the playoffs, right? Somebody will have to look at that, but yeah. As we're sitting here right now, we'd probably be getting better money or better odds on our money if we took that they wouldn't. Just how I feel.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong.
Sophia Minard's going to
well spent.
So Jesse Nelson is Tausch's parrot, so I'm not betting Jesse Nelson. I want nothing to do with him. I am officially putting on record, if Tausch is real like the audio says it is, I would like to bet him $100 that the Brewers make the playoffs. Because famously, Josh DiMaggio, Baseball Prospectus, still an 80% chance for them to make the playoffs. So I'm going to trust Baseball Prospectus and Benny Baseball, as you guys all know. I've been watching a lot of Brewers games this summer. I really have been. Walking the dog, playing uke on the phone while I'm walking the dog. That's a great idea for any of you dog walkers out there. Strofe, which side are you on here?
I'm Team Benny for once, but I have two takeaways from the two audio clips we just heard from. Number one, in the second clip, you can just tell how silly Jason Wilde finds this conversation. You can just hear him go, okay.
Well, it's betting. He's not better.
Okay, no.
I think he's just, they're overreacting.
They're overreacting.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Jason did go back at Dunzo and Tauscho.
It's June 13th. The other thing is, the first clip we heard from, Tausch said, I bet Ben wouldn't bet $5. Cut the clip right
there.
Yeah,
right.
What? Ben Brust would bet $5 on the next time I stood up from the chair I'm sitting in.
Yeah, actually, I made that bet with Josh while you were talking right now.
Exactly, right? Like, if he adds a couple zeros, then maybe he has a case. But I don't know that there's much you wouldn't bet $5 on.
So, Old T's scheduled to join us tomorrow on Scalzo and Brust. We will officially tie, a bet together with this, $100 if the Brewers make the playoffs. Now that I actually threw some stats at him and he can know exactly what's going on with this team, he might reconsider because he's Johnny Hedge, as we all know. Tausch likes to, stay strong. Who would have known that I would have been Mr. Wisconsin? That I would be supporting the Brewers and getting behind the state and the Brewers team that needs our support right now, as they're in a little bit of funk right now. It's ebbs and flows, Joshy. It's baseball, baby.
Ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows.
Is that Benny box score, Joshy? Him just rattling
No,
off stats?
I've watched enough.
I mean, we actually did some research
Rowdy's
today.
in a drought. Willie's in a drought.
It's a step past Benny box score, right?
For whatever reason, whenever Ben talks baseball, ebbs and flows is just in the front of his mind.
It's a bit at this point. I have to say, if I talk baseball, it's not talking baseball unless you say the word ebbs and flows.
You've got 4 months, or what, like 3.5 months of the season left.
I
don't understand
regression
the
to the mean
overreaction.
more when you're talking baseball, too.
Good
always
call.
a good one.
Rowdy's got to regress back to his average. Willie's got to regress back to his. Let's start hitting the ball again. Yeah, I got to add that in with ebbs and flows. Regression and ebbs and flows. Baseball terms I must use.
Progress?
No, you can. Again, I've been through this many times.
You can regress forward?
You can regress forward if that's where your mean is.
Is that real?
He is correct.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's one that I from a shooting percentage perspective, I always knew about regression for my statistics there.
I always thought regression was bad.
And one thing I never regressed to ever, I just continued to degress. I know I'm using that wrong there as a joke. Is my Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust scores. I got wiped clean 3 last week out of 15. And for the first time ever in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust history, a 15 out of 15. So caller 10, Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Water Joe. You win 2 packs of Water Joe 18 packs and some swag pack. Yeah, baby. 800-990-3776. 2 packs of 18 bottles and some swag from Water Joe. 800-990. Oh, our phones don't work.
Yeah, I just
we
brought
were
that
just
up.
discussing that.
Let's find out.
So what if we do this? What if we take the first 10 texters and call out?
I don't know if outward calls works. Let me try that. This is
quite a pickle.
This is a doozy.
Text 800-990-3776 for your chance to be an Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Just say you want to face me, and we'll try to call you if you're the lucky winner. Texter 10, 800-990-3776. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Next in 2 minutes.
Well, the road's definitely making for an interesting ride this afternoon. We have a crash on northbound 41 just about at Watertown Plank Road off on the left shoulder, and that is affecting your ride coming out of the zoo, so keep that in mind. We've got a very heavy ride on southbound 894 from Greenfield Avenue all the way down and around the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. Of course, your usual delays right through the Stadium interchange on east and westbound on 94 in either direction. And pretty hefty ride northbound 43 right out of the Marquette, pretty much solid all the way up to Capitol Drive. Southbound side slow from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy then with a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy. A slight chance for showers later on, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Greg Scalzo here for Smart Spaces. Go to smartspaceswi.com to see how they can help your company space become smarter, more technologically integrated, and able to perform beautifully across all virtual meeting environments. They have a listen-first approach, so they understand what technology you need, and they get you the right technology for the right reasons. They integrate that technology seamlessly into the interior of your office so that your team can focus on what they do best every day, and you can thrive in today's virtual environment. Again, smartspaceswi.com.
If you're looking for a way to stay hydrated and energized, just keep it simple with Water Joe. 2 simple ingredients. That's right, water and caffeine. So you get the health of staying hydrated and that extra boost of energy that we all need. No sugar, no additives, no off flavors, just great tasting water with caffeine to give you a boost. That's all. Next time you want some healthy, clean energy to get you through the day, hydrate and energize with my great friends at Water Joe.
Hey, this is Tony Smith. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue.
It's a party, baby.
This is Scalzo and Brust.
Woo!
Presented by Michelob Ultra.
It's a party, baby.
On 94.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
It's a party, baby. Woo! It's a party, baby.
If there's a will, there's a way. We're going to get this done. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? On Scalzo and Brust. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Presented by Water Joe. We're going to we tried everything, folks. We did everything we could here in Milwaukee, but luckily we have our great friends at the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. Colin Russo running the show. You're going to call the Madison number. Joshy's going to get you on our show from there. And Strophy will take you through Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? So we need the first caller. 844-770-3776. Again, 844-770-3776. Caller 1 there will have a chance to play me in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Joshy, should I leave and give this to Strophy, or should we wait until we have confirmation?
I think we can throw to the open here.
Sounds good. I trust you, boys.
Yep.
Good luck.
Here we go. We're going to give it a shot.
For those of you who say that Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Water Joe. No off flavors, no sugar, and no additives that Ben doesn't know how to pronounce. Just water and caffeine, that's all. Hydrate and energize with Water Joe.
All right, it is time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Now, Josh, we're going to go about 105 seconds today. Are we changing the time limit?
I'm not going to change the timer, but what we can do is once the buzzer goes off...
One more question.
I would say one more or two more, depending on how severe the delay is.
All right, well, here we go. It is time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Our contestant today, we go to Madison. Chad in Madison is our contestant today on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Chad, we just need to confirm. You can hear us. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. 15 questions, 90 or so seconds. You have any questions?
I don't.
Great. Do you feel like you can beat Ben Brust in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Yes.
I tend to agree with you, Chad. Although he's been dumping on me the last couple of days. I'm kind of sick of that. So let's prove you right, Chad. All right, here we go. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Chad from Madison in 3, 2, 1. Chad, what is the world's smallest ocean?
Pass.
What is the only continent without a desert?
Antarctica.
What is the rarest natural eye color in humans?
Pink.
What is the capital city of Mexico?
Mexico City.
How many legs does a grasshopper have?
8.
How many strings does a violin have?
6.
How many years are in a millennium?
100.
What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere for photosynthesis?
Nitrogen.
What is the date of the first day of the 20th century?
January 1st, 2000.
How many syllables are in the word rhinoceros?
4.
How many grams are in 1,000 kilograms?
Pass.
Which language is most widely spoken in South America?
Mexican.
Julius Caesar was the emperor of what empire?
The Roman Empire.
That's correct. Should we do one more, Joshy?
Yeah.
What object, beginning with the letter Q, did people write with during the Middle Ages?
Quill.
There you go. All right, I've got a 4 spot for him, Joshy. 4 spot, is that what you have as well?
I have
for
a 4
Chad
spot
Madison?
as well.
Can go ahead and confirm Mexican not a language. As Ben Brust, we usher him back into the studio. That was one I was not expecting, Joshy. I'll tell you that.
Okay, Chad was at a disadvantage, being the delay, all that, the quick turnaround. But I think Ben Brust is gonna plie.
I think you're right.
Dance to a victory.
I think you're right. What's the line today?
I've got Ben at like a 6.5.
Okay, and one more question: do we know his record against adults this year?
I have to look it up quick. I will. It's
not good. I mean, I can tell you that much.
I think it's like 7-20 against adults.
It's not a good record.
5-19, 6-20 against adults.
Just children. Just gave him a few more wins. Yeah, only 5 wins on the. All right, Benny, let's make it 6.
How did that go? Did that work out well?
It worked. It worked.
Our contestant.
I'll explain more in a minute.
Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll get there.
15 questions, 90 seconds to answer them. Ben Brust, are you ready to play? Are you smarter than Ben Brust?
Quick deep breath because I ran. All right, let's go.
All right, your time starts in 3, 2, 1. What is the world's smallest ocean?
Indian.
What is the only continent without a desert?
Australia.
What is the rarest natural eye color in humans?
Blue.
What is the capital city of Mexico?
Mexico City.
How many legs does a grasshopper have?
8.
How many strings does a violin have?
Let's go 6 on grasshopper. Let's go 5 on violin.
How many years are in a millennium, Ben?
That would be 100,000.
What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere for photosynthesis?
Hydrogen.
What is the date of the first day of the 20th century?
It's a trick question. This is January 1st, 1990.
How many syllables? How many syllables are in the word rhinoceros?
Rhinoceros. 4.
How many grams are in 1,000 kilograms?
1,000 kilograms? How many grams?
How many grams in 1,000 kilograms?
100,000.
What language is most widely spoken in South America?
Is this one of my worst performances to date? I know I still get to answer this question. Can you read it again? Holy cow.
No, you don't get to read it again. No.
What the heck?
You were too busy putting on a performance.
You were too busy putting on a show.
No, there's no show.
Yeah.
Something about South America? Guatemala.
You have absolutely got to be kidding me.
Did I get that right?
Congratulations to Chad, who told me the most widely spoken language in South America was Mexican. You are officially smarter than Ben frickin' Brust. You've got to be kidding me.
I mean, that was appalling.
And I'm the one that's been getting dumped on the last 48 hours for being small-brained.
I mean,
are you absolutely joking? That was one of the dynamic duo worst performances in the history of the show.
You couldn't be 4. I had you at 6.5.
I just spent the last 5 minutes talking to two of the most idiotic people in the state of Wisconsin.
Trophy, you want to go over the answers for us?
I don't know that I do, Josh. I don't know that I do. I don't know that anybody deserves to sit through what we just sat through again, but we're going to do it anyway because that's how we do it on this show. Congrats to Chad and Madison. Oh, my goodness. Wow. All right. We asked 14 questions in total.
Let's give Strofe a round of applause.
Penny got through 12 of them. The world's smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean. Nobody got that right, shockingly.
Okay, take it easy, pal. I'll compete the crap out of you.
What is the only continent without a desert? It's Europe.
Antarctica is famously an entire desert.
I think I said
that would have been my answer. You said Australia.
I said Australia.
Which is also very famously a desert.
Horrible answer. What is the rarest natural eye color in humans? You're speaking to a guy with blue. The answer's green. Brown and blue are the two main eye colors.
Chad said pink.
Yeah, pink. What is the capital of Mexico City? Or excuse me, what is the capital city of Mexico? You shockingly both got this right. Mexico City, the answer.
2 peas in a pod.
How many legs does a grasshopper have? You switched the answer and got it right. It's 6.
Yeah, I didn't give him credit for that one. It wouldn't have mattered, but that was a change because he saw us react.
No.
I think you're right, Joshy. But
it doesn't matter.
I let it
Josh,
fly. Doesn't matter.
Hang on.
Still
Can I please talk for a second?
Doesn't matter.
We've done the bug one. I will now forever bugs and flies 6.
This is unbelievable. All right. How many strings does a violin have? It's 4. You both got it wrong. How many years are in a millennium? 1,000. Neither of you got that right. Again, shockingly. Question 8. What gas do plants absorb from the atmosphere for photosynthesis? It's carbon dioxide. You both got it wrong.
Trees, you know.
Yeah. This one, I will give you both credit. You both got it wrong, so that's the credit I'll give you. But it's tough. I wouldn't have gotten it right either. What is the date of the date of the first day of the 20th century? January 1st, 1901.
Oh, I was close.
You said 1990.
You said 1990, dude.
I meant 1900.
And that would have been closer.
That's what I meant.
But it still would have been wrong. How many syllables are in the word rhinoceros? And Joshy, you'll back me up on this. They both, without a fail, clapped it out together.
Yes.
Rhinoceros. It's 4. You both got that one right. How many grams are in 1,000 kilograms? I wouldn't have known this one. 1 million's the answer. And the answer of an eternity on this 12th question, which Ben put on a performance and forgot what the question was. What language is most widely spoken in South America? The answer's Spanish, not Mexican. And that's Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Wait, can I at least guess the last 3?
I just crumpled up my paper and threw it across the room. I'm done with this game.
Julius Caesar was the emperor of what empire?
The Roman Empire.
Correct. What object beginning with the letter Q did people write with during the Middle Ages?
Beginning with Q?
Yes.
I don't know.
A country that does not take sides during the war is what?
Switzerland.
Right? Sweden.
It's not Sweden.
Switzerland is famously, but no, it's called neutral.
Oh. I didn't understand the question.
Yeah, way to go. You quit while you were ahead, dum-dum.
Yeah, I should have. Ryan and McWanago on the text line. How many syllables are in the word doofus?
Doofus. 2. All right, I'm going to take a breather after that one, but first I'm going to suck down more water, Joe, because I don't care about whatever you guys think of me. I probably should start caring, because that was horrible. I lost. Wow. Water Joe's amazing, though, I can tell you that much. It's clean, healthy energy. And you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try to chug a Water Joe before I play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust again. Next Tuesday. I'm going to chug one. I'm going to see if those 85 milligrams of caffeine go right to my brain, get the brain churning, get the synapses firing, because I'm not going to lie. Maybe a little Dead and Company hangover from Friday is affecting my brain this Tuesday. That could be the reason. But Water Joe can change that. No off taste, just tastes like great, clean, healthy water with 85 milligrams of caffeine. Substitute the soda, substitute the energy drink, and pick up Water Joe at any of your favorite retailers. We take a deep breath as a collective unit. Alex Strofe got really hot and red. I am not feeling great about that performance. Josh was laughing in my face. We'll be back. Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
Like, I just show up, and that's the best part about having a personal trainer is he says what to do, and I do it.
The lack of curiosity on you is remarkable. Like, it's truly like...
You guys do this at least once every 3 months. Josh is like, what? And you're like, what?
Scalzo and Brust. Available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
A bunch of accidents still up on the board right now. Eastbound 94 just east of Highway F on the right shoulder. An accident there. Another one at the Barker Road on-ramp. Also one on 41 northbound at Watertown Plank Road. Southbound on 894 at Lincoln. An accident there being worked on the Lincoln Avenue off-ramp. And then one on 894 eastbound at Forest Home. Now we do have delays. Northbound 43 right out of the Marquette heading up all the way to Capitol Drive. The southbound side's pretty much the same. Slowing from Keith down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge onto 4394. Doesn't really let up until you get down towards Oklahoma Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for showers later on with a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has this Saturday, June 17th, packed with tons of fun. There will be 2 rides to choose from. One, starting in Iron Ridge for the Dogs and Hogs event, benefiting Battleground 22. The other starting in Milwaukee for the Ride for Veterans, benefiting Veterans Outreach Wisconsin. It's tons of fun for everyone. For more details, like and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and online at WISHD.com. Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, your destination dealer.
One's a Marquette Hall of Famer.
That was difficult? I thought you were talking about Pebble. Pebble was difficult, yes.
The other may or not make things up from time to time.
I actually still don't like you, but I have another rule.
Homer and Tony.
I judge men by their girlfriend or wife to a certain degree.
Nice.
So you've been upgraded so high I've gotten to know your girlfriend that you now get a birthday present. So you don't deserve it. She should actually get it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right. So
I still don't want a gift from you.
Weekdays 2 to 4 on 94.5 ESPN.
Jump into summer fun when the Brewers take on the Pirates Friday, June 16th through Sunday the 18th. Start the adventure on Indiana Jones Day on the 17th and get a Craig Council bobble with a theme night ticket. Then take home a Brewers bucket hat giveaway for the first 10,000 fans ages 21 and up on Father's Day, Sunday the 18th. Presented by Miller Lite. Get your seats at Brewers.com.
Get up, get out, get over here, go! It's the Grand Slam giveaway at Potawatomi. This June, play with your club card and you'll have 4 chances to hit big and slide into home with a share of the show-stopping $400,000 in cash and prizes. 50 winners each Thursday. Step up and knock your luck out of the park. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More info at paysbig.com/Grand Slam. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
This summer is packed. 94.5 ESPN's Packed Summer Series kicks off with the return of Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Tune into ESPN Milwaukee's social media channels every day from June 12th through 16th for exclusive green and gold content. It's Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel all week long starting at noon on ESPN Milwaukee's social channels.
Magoo's on the Mound is your game day headquarters. Located on 59th and Blue Mound, just minutes from the ballpark. Magoo's has food options for everyone and a vast selection of craft beers and cocktails. Enjoy some drinks and watch all the games with your buds. Or stay entertained with pool, darts, trivia, poker, or live music. Plus, Magoo's on the Mound offers plenty of free parking and shuttles to all home games for the crew. Check out their food and drink menu as well as upcoming events at magoos.biz. That's magoos.biz.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
And by the time she wakes, I'll be halfway to my mama's home. It just dawned on me like
Alex Strofe still really bothered here in the ESPN Milwaukee Gruber Lofts' One Call That's All Studios.
Yeah.
That was tough, bud.
That was
you did deal with two idiots there.
That was excruciatingly painful.
Yeah, was that the lowest combined score between two opponents? And do we make history twice in a row on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Water Joe?
I think that was double history. The only way that could have been better is if one of you completely got shut out.
There's never been a shutout.
I mean,
Never.
we got pretty close with both of you until question 4. Both of you got the first 3 wrong. And then Chad went on a tear of like 7 more in a row wrong. And he still won. Like, that's the part that behooves me the most.
Yeah, it's funny, Josh, right? And Strofe, because last week we had someone go 15 for 15. And Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust first? And I felt worse about that than I do today.
No way.
There's something messed up about that.
Yeah, I think that's just because
Misery
you're
loves
also
company.
competitive, and yeah, misery loves company. But also, when you know you can't win, there's something to that. Which obviously you didn't know going into it last week.
Honestly, like as stupid as this will sound to many listening, I believe I can go 15 for 15.
No, you don't.
I truly do, Strofe. One day it's all going to click.
No, it's not. I'm just telling you right now.
Chat GPT is going to give Joshy 15 questions. Can you ask Chat GPT, what Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust questions would he get 15 right on?
No.
I've asked questions like 6 or 7 times, and you've gotten them wrong, gotten it right, and then forgot again and gotten it wrong after that. Like unless I were to ask Ben Brust specific questions, like about your life,
I might get those wrong.
That's true, but I think that's what we'd have the best shot at.
I legitimately have a headache.
We should do that. Like that'd be unfair to the caller.
Correct.
I need a win, Josh. What does that bring my record to? 5-20 against?
Yes, 5. You are 5-20 against
adults, and then 6-21 against adults and children.
That's a 20% winning percentage.
6-21 against children and adults.
Whew. That's once every 5 weeks you're getting a win.
Yeah, for some
that's like less than once.
Some
a month.
people that's pretty good. Am I right?
You're not even once a month.
I have by no means ever claimed to be a smart fella because I'm just not right. Like I will be the first to sit here and tell you I'm kind of an idiot. But I would have whipped both of you today. I would have whooped you. and look,
congrats, you would have got 5 and we got 3 and 4.
No, I think I probably would have gotten 6 or 7.
This is such bull crap. The person with the answers in front of them always thinks like they're like, oh, I would have got this.
Benny,
I would have got. When it's in front of you, it's easy to be like, yeah, I would have got that. I would have got that.
Let's go over again the questions you got correct.
You give me that. Give me that.
Let's go over the questions you got right first. The 3 questions you got right were, what is the capital city of Mexico? I had a layover in Mexico City 6 months ago.
That doesn't mean you know that's the capital.
How many legs does a grasshopper have? Everybody knows it's 6. That's a first
I already
question.
said that, Josh. So he's just repeating what I'm saying.
And the final question you got right was how many syllables are in a word, and you clapped them out. Look, rhinoceros 4, Alex. It's 4.
You're not getting the Arctic Ocean. There's no way.
No
way.
Nope.
You're not getting the desert one. You're going to panic and get that wrong.
No, I'm probably throwing up Europe.
No, you're panicking getting that wrong. Eye color?
It's green. That one's easy. That one's easy. That's the easiest question.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you Mexico City. I'll give you the grasshopper. Violin? You don't know.
4. Yeah, I would have known that one.
How?
I'm a music guy. I love live music. I love strings.
You can love live music and not know how many strings are on a violin.
It's the same as a bass guitar. 4.
Not everybody's a.
All right, hey, I'm just diving deep. You know how I Slumdog Millionaire mine? I got to make sure there's a little bit of validity. You wouldn't have got the Millennium. No chance.
What is it, 1,000? Or is it 1,000,000?
See, exactly.
I wouldn't have. You're right. You screwed me up when you said 1,000,000. It's
gas. What gas do plants photosynthesis? You're not getting that. You're an idiot.
I would have said oxygen.
20th century? No way.
I would have said 1900. I wouldn't have said 1901.
Okay. Dumb. Rhinoceros, you would have clapped it out like me.
You just called me dumb. He said 1990.
I got the answers now. I feel smart.
You were alive for when you said.
So, Joshy,
the 20th century started.
Yes. Take me on how many grams are in 1,000 kilograms, because I know a kilogram isn't that like 1,000. A kilo is 1,000.
Yes.
And how much? Like,
there's 1,000 kilograms.
So 1,000 times
1,000 times 1,000.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you. I wrote down 1,000. I couldn't figure out what to times it by.
Yes.
He would have got that wrong. What language is most widely spoken in South America?
Spanish.
I mean, you could make an argument for Portuguese. Brazil's a big country.
That is the one thing you're the strongest on, is that they speak Portuguese in Brazil.
He doesn't know who Julius Caesar is.
The Roman Empire.
You definitely didn't know Quill.
I wouldn't have gotten Quill. I'll admit that.
And you said Sweden.
Well, I didn't even hear the question. You
either
said
way, 1,
Switzerland, and he
2,
laughed
3,
at you, so
4,
I thought
5.
you were
He
wrong.
would have got 6, Josh, and he's acting like he would have smoked us.
That's double your score, Ben. That's double what you got. I doubled you up.
414 chimes in. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Makes you wonder if Chad and Ben know where oxygen comes from. To be honest, I know I breathe in oxygen. Do I know where it comes from? Same place as the gas? Trees?
It's because I told him that in the break, Josh.
I would not have gotten that if Strofe didn't tell me in the break.
Yeah, no, we've got oxygen factories that they just pump out in every major metropolitan city.
So where does the so those oxygen tanks? How do you get oxygen in there?
You can synthesize.
See, now that's actually a good question. That's a good question.
You know what I mean?
That's a good question. I don't know
how those old people carry around those things, the things up their nose.
I'm done with you idiots.
Screamin' Sicilian Pizza is so screamin' good, baby. They have the best craft pizza that's so screamin' freaking good. We got our chance to go over to Palermo's headquarters, R&D center. Greg and I made pizzas. I made the in Brust we crust, which was delicious. I still don't even know how to pronounce Greg's pizza name. Do you, Josh? The Scalzo? Yeah, exactly. It beat me by a little, but a family member of the Palermo's family, the Fluca family, liked mine better than Greg, so I'll take that with me to the grave. Bessie's Revenge, the cheese. You got the Holy Pepperoni, which speaks for itself. The Mother of Meat, the Supremus Maximus, the Thin and Crispy Collection, and the Mambo Italiano. Mambo! Who the hell do you think you are? That's Josh's Mambo. Find your screaming pleasure in your local grocer's freezer. Our guy John Anderson from ESPN joined our Packed Lunch series, and we will be hitting on what he had to say about not enough criticism from his colleagues at ESPN about Aaron Rodgers. I disagree. I think they were critical. Were we soft at ESPN Milwaukee? Were we soft at ESPN Wisconsin towards Aaron Rodgers? We ask you, the Scalzo and Brust family. Next.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
So sometimes it's a doozy to figure out what time it is because I'm looking down. Plus, when the long hand and the short hand cross, it's a little confusing.
Was this just a long way of you trying to tell us you don't use your watch because you have a hard time reading it?
Well, it's not that I have a hard time. It's harder.
Scalzo and Brust, available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
We still still have accidents around the area right now that we're dealing with. First of all, 94 eastbound east of Highway F on the right. Another one at Barker Road's on-ramp. One on 41 northbound at Watertown Plank Road on the left. Another one on 894 southbound, now on the Lincoln Avenue off-ramp. All these areas have delays involved with it, so just be prepared for the brake lights. You're going to be slow pretty much everywhere. North and southbound on 43, pretty brutal. Very slow northbound out of the Marquette up to Capitol Drive. Southbound side is going to be really slow from Keith. Solid all the way down over the high-rise bridge, all the way down to about the KK Rivers where it starts to open up a little bit. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, rain ending, mostly cloudy and breezy, a low of 56. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for showers later on, a high of 71 at the lakefront, 78 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Associated Bank. Show your Brewers pride everywhere you go with Brewers Checking, only from Associated Bank. Score exclusive perks like a one-of-a-kind Brewers Debit MasterCard, 10% off at the team store, even express check-in at the Associated Bank gate. And if you want a VIP game day, the Associated Bank Power Alley is for everyone. Contact the Brewers ticket office to learn how you could treat your crew to a full buffet and private bar overlooking left center field. Brewers Checking. Learn more at associatedbank.com/brewers today. Member FDIC.
Brian, why are you stacking books on the floor?
I want to stand while I work. Standing desks are all the rage these days.
Well, it's a good thing that these desks move up and down. You did know that, right?
What? They do?
Yeah, we're not messing around here.
This is great. Now, only if I had a chair to swivel around in.
Do you just not pay attention to everybody else's desks?
Well, no wonder I'm not getting much done these days.
Coakley Brothers and Brothers Interiors, the official moving and furniture provider of GKB Milwaukee.
A year from now, the U.S. Open will return to Pinehurst Resort and Donald Ross's masterpiece, Pinehurst No. 2. Named by the USGA as the U.S. Open's first anchor site, Pinehurst is home to 9 championship golf courses, the Cradle Short Course, and 4 historic hotels. Before the game's best players are faced with the famed turtleback greens that Ross nestled into the sandhills of North Carolina, you can test your game against one of the world's best courses. At Pinehurst, it is someone's U.S. Open every day. Visit pinehurst.com now to plan your stay.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. That's right, folks. Great Lakes Dragway's 2023 race season is in full swing. Come out to see our annual events like Memorial Day Weekend, Labor Day Weekend, Nitro Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, Larry's Fun Fest, and Bug Fest. Looking for something new and exciting? Come see the Night of Fire Jet Show. Want the track all to yourself? Email or call about a private track rental. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for contact information and our full season schedule. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Hear that? That's the sound of the 2023 Chevy Silverado's turbo high-output engine, delivering impressive power with no compromised durability. Whether you're helping friends move or just moving some friends, this is the sound of a family with plenty of rear seat room to enjoy the ride. And this is the sound of you heading to your local Chevy dealer today. Find your Silverado and find new roads. Chevrolet. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
This summer, stay tuned to all of the ESPN Milwaukee social media feeds as we have a packed lunch summer. This summer is going to be packed for the green and gold and for our green and gold content. All week long, starting at noon, catch Gabe Neitzel live on our ESPN Milwaukee social media feeds talking Green Bay football with some of the new and unique Packers voices. It's packed lunch. How's everyone feeling about Jordan Love? What's the takeaway on the word rebuild? And are fans ready for the real Matt LaFleur? All that and more every day this week at noon on Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Find it live or watch it back later.
Flicking through a little book of sex tips.
This is Scalzo and Brust presented by Michelob Ultra. I didn't hit the post there. Been getting better at it. Not my best there. Ben Brust alongside Alex Strofe, who's in for Greg Scalzo, enjoying some sand castles in the sand in California. I won't give any more precise details on his location.
What are we doing?
I just missed my guy. Do you realize how weird
thanks.
it sounds to say it's sandcastles and make that reference when three people know what you're talking about?
So, Sandcastles in the Sand is a song from How I Met Your Mother, Robin Sparkles.
Robin Sparkles.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sick reference, though, bro. Your
It's a great
references
TV
are out
show.
of control. Everyone knows
Won't argue
that.
with that.
Josh
I gotta read you guys something because I gotta get this. I can't fathom this.
Hit me, Strofe.
All right, so Rob Demovsky, ESPN NFL Nation Packers reporter, just tweeted this. The world, according to Jair Alexander, stayed in Green Bay until April, then left when the offseason program began, came back for this week's minicamp, and then said he'll stay most of the summer. But then he followed that up by saying he likes to be here when others aren't and was fine missing out on a $700,000 workout bonus. Said he was fine by that. $700K, no big deal.
So I saw Rob Demovsky tweet about Jair's attendance and not being there for OTAs, and I think he might have deleted one about like him having the highest roster bonus because I was like, all right, like maybe he's there but not like present, whatever. Because I couldn't fathom that 700 G's.
Yeah, imagine
just to be there,
shrug it off,
fake an injury. Right? Like, he's a veteran now.
Fake an injury.
I mean, look, Bakhtiari said it plain and simple. He's going to have 5 off days. It's basically mandatory in his contract to be there for a certain amount. If all you got to do is show up to get $700,000.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Was there follow-ups to this? Like,
not yet.
Now, Jair Alexander's never going to have to worry about money the rest of his life. But billionaires would show up for $700,000.
It's one of those things. Like the rich get richer. We always say that, right? Rich people like free things. You know, rich people also like more money.
Yeah.
You know what would be a fun idea? For NFL teams, for anybody, like any of their veterans that don't show up to claim their workout bonus, in this case, it's $700,000. Split that 10 ways, right? So $70K a person. Does my math check out there? Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It's 10 times 7.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. I think they should let like random pedestrians walk off the street, and after the Packers are done with their OTA practice, have LaFleur, Bisaccia, and company lead these 10 random people.
Josh, you're laughing at the same thing I am, right?
I mean, this is worse.
And then pay them $70K.
You just think, also the idea that like they're just going to be like walking around with like $70,000 of cash in a bag.
Hand out a briefcase. Just hand out a briefcase with a giant check.
This isn't a recruiting visit back in 2005.
Does this not count against the cap now? How does that work? Like with workout bonuses?
You're the guy I look to.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they move that money to bonuses so it doesn't go against the cap.
Yeah,
right?
I guess it is bonus. So yeah, then it wouldn't be cap considered.
Joshy,
would you ever save your employer money just because you didn't show up?
No. I don't even think you needed to finish that sentence. No.
I think we should put it on the poll on Twitter at Scalzo and Brust. At Scalzo and Brust, is there any circumstance that you would not show up to something for $700,000?
I don't think you can say that because that's not normal people money, right? Like that is a decade.
But as
salary
Josh said, billionaires would show up for that.
Yes, but billionaires don't follow, or I imagine several billionaires are going to be voting in this poll.
You think
so I would say
billionaires that follow Scalzo and Brust?
There's
for
probably
sure.
one or two. Yeah,
for sure. I don't know. I know we got some great friends. I'm not even going to call them out.
Name drop. Don't even name
not
drop.
even call them out.
I would go.
Love our billionaire Scalzo and Brust listeners.
I think the
I
poll
love it if
should
they
be,
gave me money.
Would there be any circumstance you wouldn't show up for extra
Venmo.
money?
Nope. I did this and got in trouble.
Yes.
Didn't give my Venmo. Didn't get in trouble. Josh, you heard me talking about packed lunch. I want to hear a quick clip. We don't have to hear the whole thing, but John Anderson joined Gabe Neitzel today on ESPN Milwaukee's social feeds. If you missed it, you can definitely listen back. But here's what John Anderson had to say about his colleagues' lack of criticism towards Aaron Rodgers.
If I have one complaint in the last year about our ESPN people,
is I thought we protected Aaron Rodgers a lot and for a long time. And nobody ever I am not in any way suggesting the guy's washed. But I think there were a lot of times where he played really poorly. And let's go to the film. Oh, this block was not excused. Or, oh, this guy cut off his route a little bit short. Okay, I think if we went back and looked even at his heyday, there were a lot of those things happening. And he managed to cover for them. So, and nobody last year really wanted to just come out and say, you know what, there were games where Aaron stunk.
That John Anderson on Packed Lunch with Gabe Neitzel. Keep checking out at noon the rest of the week on the ESPN Milwaukee social feed. Strophy, your reaction?
Yeah, I don't know that's. I agree with that whatsoever, right? Like I'm very inside the ESPN Wisconsin bubble, and I feel like we were all pretty harsh. I certainly wasn't, and I'll be the first to say I haven't been because, as we talked about a bit earlier in the program,
you got little kid fan brain.
I got fan brain. I grew up in Green Bay. I'm not harsh on the Packers typically. I'm harsh on the coaches. I'm harsh on the general manager. I'm rarely, if ever, or was, if ever, harsh on Aaron Rodgers. Now, did he play his best football last year? Obviously, the answer is no. But we rubbed it off and brushed it off as broken ribs, broken thumb. It's just a down year for him. He'll come back next year with a chip on his shoulder. It'll all be great back to MVP ball, which I think still may be the case for him in New York. But, I think there were several other reasons as well that the Packers offense did not hum like it had in past years last year.
I would say that of all the shows across ESPN Wisconsin, and even all the shows that you see from Get Up to First Take to everything in between, part of the interruption, I would say that Scalzo and Brust, as a show, was harder on Aaron Rodgers than anybody else in media.
Was that just a really bad attempt at sarcasm?
It's not sarcasm. We held Aaron to a high standard. We held Aaron to a place where if he wasn't pushing his teammates to be better...
Are you saying the show me, you, and Josh do?
No.
No, you're saying the show you, Greg and Aaron Rodgers' number one supporter, who claimed his thumb was falling off.
It was. His thumb was falling off. Did you see the pictures?
Oh, so Greg's gone, and now you're going to do this.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just speaking our truth. Just the same way Aaron would speak his truth. I feel like I'm doing a really good Greg Scalzo right now.
I feel like this show was the biggest culprit of Aaron Rodgers' apologist propaganda.
Whoa! More than Pat McAfee?
Joshie, you're on the show.
Scalzo. Strophy. The all-out assault. I could get in a word edgewise every so often, but I broke a few times. Ben remembers it. I was yelling at Greg saying I'm losing my mind. I think everyone collectively in Wisconsin sports media, besides like a select very few, everyone thought, I know what Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers is going to be better. This doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
He's going to turn around, and he never did. He had some moments of greatness.
So I will say this. As a guy who won 2 MVPs the year prior to this, it's hard to be like, he's not going to turn it around. Even when they won 5 in a row, with almost the greatest 6-game win streak in the history of 6-game win streaks to go to the playoffs.
The history. I want the official Josh DiMaggio prediction on the record right now. Will he turn it around? And you can take that however you'd like to. Will he turn it around this year in New York?
Will Aaron Rodgers turn his... That's a very... the team's record? I think
not team's record. Personal play.
I think they're 1-1, to be honest.
I think when it's all said and done, we'll look back and think Aaron Rodgers had an average season in comparison to his career. I think it won't be an MVP season. I don't think it'll be his worst statistical season like last year.
I want him to win the Super Bowl. I do.
I want him to win 2 games and play 65% of the snaps.
I agree with you.
You have too much hate in your heart.
No, I mean, that is the correct opinion to have.
Yeah.
Joshie has the correct opinion because the Packers get, obviously
if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of snaps, the Packers get a first-round pick from the Jets.
Jets win 2 games, they get pick number 1. The Packers win 4 games, they get pick number 2.
You guys are just haterades.
Perfect setup.
Caleb Williams.
Gotta say, you're already passing on Jordan Love for Caleb Williams.
Hey, if there's elite talent and you don't know about
you
Jordan
wanted
Love
this sink to ship, Josh. You should have stuck with that.
4 wins. I think if the Packers win 4 games, I'm pretty sure we know what's happening.
We'll wrap it up next as Alex Strofe uses an absurd amount of cologne. So does Tori Lowe. It was a Tori Lowe Tuesday here on Scalzo and Brust. On Twitter, at Scalzo and Brust. Still time to vote. How many sprays of cologne is the right amount of cologne? Right now, 4 or more, with the correct answering by the Scalzo and Brust family, has 4%. Alex Strofe and Tori Lowe use 4 or 5 verbatim. I heard that. That's insane. We'll hit on that next and wrap up the show on Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra.
It's not a semifinal loss. There's 4 teams in the whole damn league. You can't call it a semifinal. It's just a game against one of the 4 teams.
The intensity picked up big time last night. Can I read you some texts?
No.
Scalzo and Brust. Available anywhere you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality Men's Health. We hear stories every day in our clinics that what used to work for guys doesn't anymore. Increase cardio, cut out certain food, nothing stops the changes in their bodies, especially the weight. The fact is, years of decreasing testosterone is packed on the belly fat that won't go away. We've introduced a medication, semaglutide, that helps drop 15% of the body weight on average while preserving testosterone. Join the over 20,000 Mentality clients and jumpstart your results. In Milwaukee, go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
RJ Schinner has several Toshiba copier printers from James Imaging Systems. IT manager Gabe Colasari.
The reason why for James Imaging is their responsiveness, dedication, knowledge of the product, and they always make sure that the customer is taken care of.
The kind of customer service you'd expect from a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed office technology company like James Imaging Systems.
We actually have a high-end printing machine on site, so we produce our own catalogs, so we need the support to handle that.
James Imaging Systems. Better document imaging technology, better service.
When we've got a problem, we're able to call in and get it rectified or corrected without any issues.
Gabe, any advice to other local businesses?
Contact James. They'll take care of you.
James Imaging Systems. Reliable document imaging technology, extraordinary local service. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
The only diamond more valuable than colorless.
Is the diamond that is colorful. Pink, yellow, and blue.
In 2016, Christie's auction house sold a 14-karat blue diamond for $56 million.
That's $4 million a carat.
In 2022, Sotheby's auction house sold an 11-karat pink diamond for $57 million.
That's more than $5 million a carat.
These diamonds were born when the Earth was born.
They come from the heart of the earth.
But now there are also pink, yellow, and blue diamonds that were born when you were falling in love.
These created diamonds come from the fiery heart of a miniature sun blazing inside a plasma chamber. Hot, hot, hot.
Pink, yellow, and blue.
Your colorful 1-carat wonder awaits you for $12,000 or less.
Your colorful 3/4 carat miracle awaits you for $8,000 or less.
Get them while you can. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Football guy.
I don't care how irritated you are that Jesse did that. The fact that it led to your imitation of me is more than sufficient payoff.
Football guy.
It's you.
Coming at it from different views.
Girls, I didn't know that I did that, but I guess I do.
Go to the grocery store. We'll stop at Fleet Farm.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
From big tailgate parties to cozy dinners for two, the freshest ideas start with a stop at Century Foods.
Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce carton Stone Ridge Creamery ice cream or sherbet, 2 for $6. 128-ounce jug Prairie Farms milk, $3.99. 64-ounce jug Prairie Farms chocolate milk, $2.99. 8.3 to 12-ounce package Frigo Cheesehead string cheese, $4.99. 6 to 8 count Mega Rolls Angel Soft Bath Tissue, $6.99.
Why'd you throw my glass across the room?
I have to keep practicing.
The vase from Aunt Sophie?
I'm warming up in case I get to take the mound at American Family Field. Read this.
Win the ultimate baseball fan experience at Century Foods?
You either get to throw out the first pitch, hold the finish line for the famous racing sausages, or be on the field during batting practice. My new TV!
Just doing a little batting practice of my own.
The ultimate baseball fan experience from Century Foods. Return the entry form found in the weekly ad to any Century by July 26th.
You're listening to Scalzo and Brust on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
History was made today on Scalzo and Brust, presented by Michelob Ultra. Last week, 15 out of 15 from the caller on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? This week, a combined total of 7 out of a potential 30.
Yeah.
Between myself and Chad in Lax?
Madison.
Oh. We'll say lacrosse. See what I did there?
Yeah, I know what you did.
I'm Ben Brust alongside Alex Strope is in for Greg Scalzo, Josh DiMaggio running the show, 800-990-3776. Or you can get us on Twitter at Scalzo and Brust. Have to give a shout out to our great friends at Road America because the NTT IndyCar Series, it's here. It's this weekend. Benny Boy's getting a ride in the 2-seater with Mario Andretti. I can't wait on Saturday. Going to go around the 14-turn, 4-mile road course.
Fanboy?
No, not at all.
Play cool.
Play cool. You know I can play cool. Road America's amazing. So many great things to do inside the track. Kids 16 and under are free. I can't reiterate that enough. If you're looking for something to do as a father with your kids and you can enjoy yourself and the kids can enjoy themselves, there's a kids area. They can run around with tons of different food options, beer options, whatever you need, it's there. It's also Screaming Sicilian Pizza. Palermo's is there. It's amazing. So many great things at Road America inside the track and as well as on the racetrack. So come for that experience. Stay for the rate. NTT IndyCar Series, Soncio Grand Prix. Make sure that you get to the track. Ben Brooks, Alex Strofe here on Twitter at Scalzo and Brust. Josh, you just put this one up. I don't like this one, Josh. You just this was a self-serving poll. Can you just admit that?
I thought this was the question you asked.
It was indeed verbatim the question you asked. I don't know what you're going for.
Were all of us at ESPN Wisconsin too soft on Aaron Rodgers and his poor play last season? See, I didn't say poor play. I said, were we too
That's
soft?
What John said.
I don't know what the confusion is here.
No, I just know that Josh DiMaggio is happy with the results.
If that was Josh DiMaggio's poll, it would have said, answer one of these two options. Were all of us at ESPN Wisconsin too soft on Aaron Rodgers and his piss poor play last season? Yes, also yes. It would have been 1 and 1. That would have been a self-serving poll.
No, because, Strofe, we don't believe in those lame polls. Yes, and the same option polls are the dumbest things in the entire world.
I agree with you. But if it was self-serving, he's going to go for your only answer.
I could have been a lot more harsh.
Correct.
Did we treat him with kid gloves? Did we try and suck up to Aaron Rodgers?
What else did we do, Joshy?
Did we pander?
Pander. Good word choice there.
All right, I'm done with you.
Did we capitulate?
All right, I'm done with you. What is the right amount of cologne sprays? 1 spray?
Wrong.
36%. 2 to 3 sprays? 59%.
I can live with that.
4 or more sprays, which Alex Strofe and Tori Lowe do, 5%.
I'm never going to apologize for smelling good.
No,
Never.
you are,
4 sprays is it's too abundant.
Yeah, like I just hope you know.
It's the point of no return.
I'm glad your girlfriend likes it. Just know that a lot of people who get in an elevator with you don't.
I disagree. The security guard at the building I typically work at tells me I smell good almost every day. I think she might have a crush on me, but that's another topic for another day.
Whoa, no, I think it's a topic for right now.
It's good. Now it's as good as time as any.
All right.
We got a couple minutes. What? How do you know? What tells you that other than the smelling thing?
Like I don't even think she can smell me sometimes, and she'll be like, "Yeah, you smell good today."
What?
And she went behind my back to one of our teammates and said, "He's got great style, doesn't he?" And exactly. That's my point.
Josh, do you want to know why he's wearing a collared shirt today?
Because he's dressing up?
Yes.
Well, yes, kind of. I got berated by the director of marketing at ESPN Madison yesterday because I wore khakis, right? Like I wore long khakis. It wasn't very warm out yesterday. And she's like, you've never worn pants to the office, which obviously you could take out of context. But she meant I'm wearing shorts like I am right now. And I was wearing a zip up. And she just thought I looked horrendous.
I'm just going to tell you, you don't look good in a collar shirt. You look like Jesse Nelson with a hat on.
I tend to agree with you. I prefer the hoodie and shorts. Like, that's my go-to. But
don't let others tell you how to dress.
Yeah, but then I was thinking to myself this morning as I was getting dressed, all right, I'm going to Milwaukee today. I imagine most people, including you, which you're not, you're wearing a plain white T-shirt right now.
That shirt's a size too big. You're swimming.
I'm not swimming.
Hit some push-ups.
I'm not swimming. I will say, though, I'm like, I'm going to a foreign land. I imagine most people other than Josh here are going to be dressed up. So I might as well at least wear a collared shirt.
Don't take Josh out like that. He looks good.
I
dressed
think
up.
he looks good. But he understands what his lane is, and I still am trying to figure that out.
With the phones down, you can text in to win some tickets to the U.S. Senior Open. That's right, the Century World U.S. Senior Open is the 43rd time they're doing this. 43rd U.S. Senior Open. And you can win tickets. 2 tickets to somebody in Milwaukee, Beaver Dam, and Madison. So text 800-990-3776. Something to add, Joshy.
They need to text the words Senior Open, so I know what you are texting. So texting the words Senior Open to 800-990-3776.
You heard the man. 43rd U.S. Senior Open at Century World. 800-990-3776 to win 2 Good for Any Day passes. Good for Any Day, Tuesday, June 27th through Sunday, July 2nd. 1 person in Beaver Dam, 1 person in Madison, 1 person in Milwaukee. We got the Great Dane Huddle in Madison. Joe and Amber across the rest of the stations on ESPN Wisconsin.
We have an accident 94 eastbound at Highway F. The left lane is blocked with this, so we got backups all the way back to Highway 16. There's also an accident east